Let's open a new file from the file menu and put it 851 by 315 and the resolution would be 72. Now let's press Ctrl or Command plus Command 0 to get a actual size, and let's bring this background image from the image folder and drag and drop it to the our main canvas. Let's resize it by pressing Ctrl plus T and press OK. Now let's bring the adjustment layer of the curve from the bottom of the layer panel and let's make it a little bit lighter. Now let's bring a guideline from the top bar and snap it in the middle. Another guideline from the left side and snap it again in the middle of our document. And now let's select the ellipse tool from the toolbar, which is inside the rectangular tool, and drag and draw a round shape. And in the layer panel you will see ellipse tool 1. Now keep select this layer and go to the our toolbar and select the border line, select the gradient, and let's select this gradient and increase the border pixel to 4 pixel. Let's select this gradient, the dark blue. Now select the move tool and press Alt or Option key from the keyboard and drag another copy of our round shape. And now let's again select the ellipse tool and drag and draw a shape, and this shape would be leave it. Let's put it in the corner of our previous round shape and press Alt or Option key and drag to copy this layer and put this layer at the top of our previous shape. Now let's select the ellipse 1 and bring it to leftward. Again select the ellipse 2 copy layer and bring it to left side. Now let's this both layer ellipse 2 and ellipse 1 and drag it to left hand side. Select again ellipse 2 and let's put it in the corner again, corner of our ellipse 1 shape. Select again ellipse 2 copy. Now let's again select the ellipse tool from the toolbar and drag a bigger shape, bigger than before, this round shape. And this would be in the layer panel, the ellipse 3. And let's bring this layer to the bottom line, to the bottom of all the ellipse layer, this ellipse 3. So this layer will go the behind of the other 4 ellipse shape layer. Let's put this layer a little bit upward. And let's we bring the image from our image folder through the Photoshop and let's bring this image to our main document. and drag this layer, make the right button click and put the create clipping mask and put it top of the ellipse 1 layer. Press Ctrl plus T in order to transform this layer. Also convert it to the smart object, and let's now resize it by pressing Alt and Shift key all together and resize it proportionally from all the side. Let's position this image in the center. Let's bring the another image from the image folder, convert it to the smart object and drag and drop it to our working document, and put this layer top of the ellipse 1 coffee layer and right ellipse 2, put it in the top of the ellipse 2 and right mouse button click and put the create clipping mask. Let's press Ctrl plus T or Command plus T in order to transform this image, and transform this by pressing Alt and Shift key together, and let's put this image in the center. Press OK in order to accept it. Let's bring the another image from the image folder and let's convert it to the smart object and bring it to our working document, and let's bring this layer to the top of the ellipse 2 coffee and right mouse button click and put create clipping mask. So this will clip inside this round shape of the ellipse 2 coffee. Let's press Ctrl plus T or Command plus T in order to transform this image and center this image inside this round shape. Now let's bring the another image from the image folder and drop it to our main document. Let's bring this image to the top of the ellipse 1 coffee and let's right mouse button click and press and select the create clipping mask in order to clip it inside this round shape of the ellipse 1 coffee, and press Command plus T or Ctrl plus T in order to resize this image. And now let's bring the another image from the image folder and let's convert it to the smart object and drop it to our main document, and drag this image layer top of the ellipse 3 layer and mouse click the mouse right button and select create clipping mask, and let's resize it by Ctrl or Command T from the keyboard, and again resize this image in order to fit with this big round shape, and select OK in order to accept this resize. And let's bring this blur image, which is background is is checkerboard. That means there is no other image or background color. Bring this layer the top of all the other layer and let's resize this image to a smaller size. Press Ctrl or Command T and hold Alt and Shift all together to resize it proportionally from all the side, and press OK. Now let's put this plus light in the corner of the left side and select the blend mode linear dose add. Select the blend mode linear dose from the layer panel and hold the Alt or Option key in order to drag to make a coffee. Let's make the another coffee by holding Alt or Option key from the keyboard and make another coffee to put it in our right hand side round shape and make another coffee. Let's make another coffee by holding Alt or Option key from the keyboard and put this between these two round shape, a small and bigger one. And make another coffee by holding Alt or Option key and place it in every corner of this round shape. Let's press the FX menu and from there select inner shadow and select the opacity to 35, distance 3, angle is 90 and press OK. Again we adjust it a little bit. Let's make the inner glow chalk to the 10 and press OK. And the outer glow, select the outer glow from the FX panel. And let's copy this layer style from the right button click of the mouse and paste it to the our another shape. Actually we will paste this to on all of our round shape. Paste this layer style again, paste this layer style on the ellipse 1 and pasting this layer style on the ellipse 3. Let's select the adjust menu. From there select the hue and saturation and let's drag the hue button from left and right and you will see the color of our background image is changing accordingly. Blue to green to pink to red, and you can change it as you like. We turn off this layer, this adjustment layer of the hue and saturation. Now let's select a round rectangular shape and drag it in the left hand side and let's select the border is the 5 pixel and the color would be a blue color. Now let's press T from the keyboard or select the T from the toolbar in order to write something. So we write here the infinite education and let's press the B from the keyboard or select the move tool and put it to the middle of this new shape. Now let's select the style panel in the right hand side and select a style. So that's it for now. We have an awesome Facebook cover and we are going to make our next Facebook cover. Thank you everybody.